situations, like I'll have to bring her upstairs with me. She'll hang out while I'm eating, she'll hang out, you know what I mean? Just for the next day or so. Just so I can get, just using this down and then the double down, which is gonna be important for her as much as possible. And I think it's important to do this in a bunch of different contexts, not just in the training room. It gets boring for her, it gets boring for me. So I'll do some here, make sure I get what I want, and then we'll go inside, we'll do some there, you know what I mean? Good girl. So now we're finally seeing a mind who's starting to explore the possibility of just listening. Good girl. And now, so now I have to explain some things, right? Now I have to go back and try to explain what downing means exactly, because now that she's listening, she wasn't paying attention for all those 50 to 100 reps that she had in the past few days, as much as she should have. So now I have to be kind, and I have to say, you're trying, so I'm going to go back to giving you some information, right? Down. Very good, girl. Very good. And then watch as I move away. That's the trigger. She wants to follow the feet. Good girl. Good girl. So these little reps right here where she does well and she gets praised, this is what she's getting now that she's softening up and now that she's giving us compliance. She's seeing, oh, that's really not that big of a deal. It's really not that bad to just lay down and wait and to think and to be conscious. We want a dog who's constantly in their minds while they're working, which is, they should be working whenever, unless they're literally been offered to play. They should be thinking constantly, what behavior would please the people around me, or my handler, or my owner? And then when we see that, we're like, man, this dog's really trying to please us. That makes us feel so darn good that we say, let's go have fun, right? So we just need her to start thinking less about herself and more about us, right? Because she's very self-centered, as most dogs are. We're just shifting it so that she focuses on us and what behaviors we want to see. Once we get that, we got a dedicated follower who we're going to take care of and who's going to have a really good life. What people get annoyed with, essentially, is just a dog who just doesn't give a fuck about you. They just don't care. And that's annoying. It's annoying, and it's frustrating, and it's hard for people to live with a dog who just doesn't care about what they have to say. So that's the most important aspect. Commands aside, is your dog really, really, really trying? Good girl. And I do believe she is right now. So that's why I think I'm being softer right now. It's because, yeah, it's not perfect, but she is trying, and I haven't seen her try like this yet. So, good girl. So we're on our way. We might have to backtrack and re-explain things, because now she's finally paying attention. But this is the most important part. Good girl. It gives us a way to take our dog's energy down to zero. It's a reset. So the way you use it practically is, if you are, a lot of the people use it when they're out in the community, especially if you're out to lunch or something. We don't need our dog's head down all the time. But what we can do is, if our dog starts to get excited, because it's a stimulating environment, we can have the conversation that says, I need you to ignore everything and relax. I mean, this isn't something you do for your dog's entire life every time you go out, but it's the way you condition good, calm behavior. So you see your dog starting to get a little antsy, a little excited. We say no, we correct, we put them in the double down. So we correct the excitement, and then we direct them and say, this is what we prefer instead, which is calmness. And this is how we have that conversation without being able to speak English to them, right? And then over time, you just say no, and your dog does this automatically. Whether their head's down or not, they go into this nice chill place. And then they might be looking around nice and calm, and everything's okay, versus, what's that over there? What's that over there? This is all I need to be able to put a dog into a double down, because that's where they're unreliable. This state of mind is very reliable in comparison. So that's why we use it. It's very important.
Double down with food in front of her.
Salmon and a salad here.